Alrighty, today we're going to utilize some work with our perfect square numbers, and we're going to do kind of this cool little arts and crafts project. Okay, it's going to be fun. So, as you're getting things ready, what I want you to do is take a look at the materials of the things you need on your screen: pencil, piece of graph paper, some scissors, a glue stick, and a piece of construction paper. All right, so pause the video, and I've got all these things at the front of the room. So pause the video and get these materials. All right, now clearly you've got to make some room, and it makes me nervous that you're going to have glue stick and scissors right here by the computer, but put your books and other things on the floor so you've got enough space to have the screen here to talk you through this, and you can have enough workspace to do what I'm going to ask you to do. Okay? All right, so make sure you've got all these things, and away we go. All right, so I want you to cut out squares using the graph paper that have these areas. Okay, so I want you to cut out on the graph paper a square that has an area of 9. Okay, so stop and think a minute. An area of 9 means I'm going to have it 3 by 3. Okay, all right, so I'll cut that one out. And if it helps you to kind of shade it in or outline it, go ahead. But please start at an edge. One piece of graph paper is all you need. So don't start just cutting in the middle and then you don't have room. Next one is a size 16. So you can buddy these up right next to each other if you want. Okay. If I go below 4 by 4, because 4 by 4 is 16. Okay. Then you hop back, and I need 2 of them that have areas of 25. So then you start building from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so pause the video, leave this on your screen. I'll extend the page here so you can see these. So you need 9, 16, 25, 25, a 36, a 64, 100, 144, 196. Okay, that gives you a total of 9 different size squares, with the exception that you'll have 2 of them that are 5 by 5s. Okay, so pause the video, get this done. Okay, and what you might want to do, if you want to write on them and label each one, that might be smart. Go back here and say, okay, this is my 9, this is my 16, this is my 25, and so on, so that it's easy for you to tell what's what. Okay? All right. Next, I want you to group these 9 squares in this way. So for group number 1, I want you to take the 9, the 16, and one of the 25s and keep those 3 together, okay? And set those apart. Those are going to be group number 1. Group number 2 are going to be these 3 squares that have areas of 25, 144, and 169. And that means the last one, you have these guys, a 36, a 64, and 100. Get those grouped, and now I need you to take your construction paper, okay? And with each set, I want you to make a triangle by having the squares as vertices, those are the corners, touch each other. So when you take, for example, your first set, okay, and your first set has 3 squares, what I want you to do is now take those 3, and I want you to put them together so that their vertices touch each other, okay? And you're going to have to do a little turning here, okay, and get them matched up so it looks something like this. This isn't exactly perfect, sorry. Probably need to do a little turning, get it exactly right, okay? And get these guys to kind of, I need to spin things a little bit and get them in there, okay? Get them to touch each other. Once you have that, okay, then what would probably be smart is to anchor it on your construction paper with the glue, okay, and say, you know, here's this, this, this. I finally got them so they're all touching each other just so. Get it positioned, glue them in there, and then what I would probably do is then say, okay, for example, this was number 1. Put that on one. And if you need to use both sides of your construction paper, go ahead and do that. I think you can get them all on one side, but if you can get group 1 and group 2 on one side and put group 3 on the back side, that's fine. Okay, so glue it on your construction paper so you don't lose things. And then what I want you to do is let's go back and classify each of these triangles. When you classify triangles, they get 2 names. One name is with regard to their sides, and you know the side lengths, okay, because on every single square, you can count the squares to tell me how many squares or units long it is. Label or classify each triangle by the sides using these names: scalene, isosceles, equilateral. You remember what these mean? Scalene, none of the sides are equal. Isosceles, 2 out of the 3 sides are the same length. Equilateral, all 3 sides. Then I want you to look at the angles. Granted, you don't have a protractor with you, but I want you to look at these and decide what kind of triangle it is by the angles. And this is classifying it this way. Basically, if you call the triangle acute, that means all 3 of your angles are acute. If you label it as a right triangle, that means one of the angles is a right angle. If you call it obtuse, then one of the angles is obtuse. The other 2 are always acute. All right. So look at those and do your classification process. Each one should get 2 names. Then what I want you to do is now look at the 3 triangles that are created inside each of your squares and your gluing, and tell me any other observations that you notice. Put your name on your construction paper and turn it in. Simple as that. All right. So happy cutting, gluing, and as always, may the force be with you.